50-inch 11-year-old Samsung. It's got the blue screen. Usually when you see that, it means the T-Con board is gone. Let me tap on the screen here. See how I'm tapping on the screen? Okay, and it has the backlights. Hold on, let me get the TV shifted. You can see through there. And the backlights. Alright, that usually means T-Con board. Let me take the back panel apart. That's your power board. Be careful. Big capacitors on there can shock you. This T-Con timer control. That's your main board. That's like a motherboard. Alright, like I said, usually when you get the blue screen, deep blue screen, no video, no sound, it usually means the T-Con board. Now, in some situations it can be the main and the T-Con, but if you don't have any video, go with the T-Con first. TV's unplugged. T-Con board is connected to the panel through these, and usually you can have corrosion on this panel right here. When you clean your TV screen with Windex or alcohol, it can run down on this panel here and cause oxidation and short out some of those capacitors. That's possible. I've checked this, it looks good, and I'm not the best in keeping things clean when it comes to dusting and TV screen. So anyway, I'm going to disconnect all this. I'm going to check this out and see what kind of voltages we have. Alright, what you want to do is you want to plug this in and disconnect these two down here, and plug in your power board, and you want to check for 12 volts coming in at the fuse right here. Then you want to jump down here and check your VCC. There's your test point right there. Your board has VCC. Your VGL, it's right there. There's your test point for it. That's VGL. And your VGH, there it is right there. That's your test point. Now, you want different readings on all three. But anyway, let's plug it in. And like I said, be careful around this power board. Those capacitors can shock you. Alright, let's check VGH first. That's right there. 17.89. Now, VGH should be way up there, 24 to 30. Let's see what VGL is reading. Alright, that's, woo! I put hypodermic needles on my, see what the, ooh, that's reading good. No, VGL should be -5. Okay. Now let's see what the incoming voltage is on this fuse right here. Should be 12. It is 12. Let's check this little diode right here. That's 12. That look good. Okay, let's check some of these coils. Oh, that don't look good. Coil doesn't look good. Let's see about this one. Yep, doesn't look good. Okay. Now the VGH down here is not reading properly. See that test point right there? That should be reading. There it is. I got it on there. It should be reading about 25, 30, somewhere around there for VGH. Alright, next thing you want to do is you want to start touching things, seeing what's hot. Yeah, that's hot. No, it's not hot, but it is warm. Little heat shields go on these things to dissipate heat. These are chips, control chips. Alright, let's disconnect this thing and do a reverse diode test. We're going to do the reverse diode test. You set your meter on diode and you put your positive on the ground. We're going to check the ceramic capacitors and some of the diodes on this board and some coils. This is a ceramic capacitor. It should read grounded on one side only, and on the other side you should get a chirp like that. So you go along and you check all these. Little baby capacitor. Check the diode. That's a diode right here. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Let me look at the readings of the diode. One moment, let it focus. That's good. 0.4 to 0.7. And the other side. We'll come back and recheck that. Here's fuse. Okay. Hold on just a second. You gotta really punch hard because of some of the covering. Fuse shouldn't connect to ground. Let's do some more capacitors. Jump down here. Check the coil. Nope, coil shouldn't connect to ground. That's coil. Okay. These are coils. Should never connect to ground. Alright. Let's go back up here and check some capacitors. Alright. Okay. I'm holding my phone and doing this. Okay.
There's a better way to buy coal. At Almost Silver, we're here to prove it. We offer safe, reliable, all-wheel drive vehicles. We have product specialists who treat you fairly for focus.
Alrighty.
Simple, upfront pricing. No gimmicks, no games. Plus 2 years of company.
Okay, both sides of these ceramic capacitors are shorted. And this coil is shorted to ground. Let's check. Okay, let it focus. Alright, one moment and it'll focus. Come on now. Alright, back. Alright. That's another capacitor. That's grounded. Alright. So these three capacitors, ceramic capacitors, are grounded. This coil is grounded. That's not normal. Let's check these capacitors. I think I've already. Okay, these must be wired in series and not parallel. Alright, let's check these. Team USA thrilling here in Paris. Gavin Thomas winning gold in the 200 meter. The U.S. women's soccer team after a nail-biter. Must be a diode. Okay, let's check these right here. Our conversation with Simone Biles, how she shook off the jitters to cement her status as the greatest American gymnast of all time. And WNBA star all of these capacitors are normal. that just beep, long beep on one side and a chirp on the opposite. These three up here and this one right here are not normal. And this coil is not normal. Okay. Alright. We got a short right in this area here. So now you start taking off capacitors and trying to find your short. Alright, I'm with my microscope. There is the board blown up on the TV. I'm going to get you oriented. This is where the LDS ribbon cable connected. This is where your panel cable's connected. Right here is the coil that was shorting. Now I learned a long time ago, don't mess with the coil. 9 times out of 10, it's either a ceramic capacitor or it's a diode. Now it can be a voltage regulator, but hey, I'm going to start with removing the middle capacitor. And I'm going to check for my short again using the reverse diode mode. I'm going to use my soldering station and some flux. And I'm not going to film it because I'm having to hold the camera here. Okay, I've taken away all 3 of these capacitors. I still have a short on that coil. Like I said, it's never the coil. I have a short there and a little short there. I've tested all these capacitors and resistors and MOSFETs. This right here is a voltage regulator. Some type of I believe that might be defective. It is D9329. I'm going to order some of those and put it on there in addition to some more of these capacitors to replace that. Well, I couldn't find the short. I put the voltage regulator back on. There it is. Put the capacitors back on. Starting to think now it is this N MOSFET. But then if it were this, then why are these ceramic capacitors not shorted to ground? And these. And I'm going to order a working T-Con board. That's the number. V320HK2-CPE1. And maybe it is that joker right there. But no. I couldn't find the short. Whew. Very time consuming. Alright. I will have a part 2 if I get a new board in.